Alright, y'all. Here's a little segment of me punching mats down in Florida. Went down for the KBS St. John's event. And right here, I've allowed my kayak to drift directly into the mat. Now, this is a large mat, and I'm just working this first portion of it. But being this close actually allows me to make a very vertical presentation into the mat. And that's one, gave me more speed. I was able to cover this mat very quickly and hit all the key points. As you can see right there, it took me getting all the way to the back before I found a fish. And note that fish didn't key in on any of those other punches that went through. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about my setup here as well. You got to use the right tool for the job, guys. And what I'm using is a 2-ounce weight with a Gambler Y knot, and my reel, I'm using an Abu Garcia 7.1 Revo with and finally the rod, probably the most important part of the setup besides the weight. The rod is a Shimano Crucial punching rod. It's a very thick and stout rod. You can see that 2-ounce weight is barely moving the end of that rod right there. What I'm doing here, I'm on Lake Monroe. I'm near the south end, not all the way to the south, but near the south end, which I think is the better end because that's where the mouth of the river is, because the St. John flows from south to north. And before I even get up to that mat and get close, I want to make sure that I hit these edges. I kind of throw the bait up in the air a little bit here, allow it to crash through the heaviest part. You need a lot of slack in your line to do that. It really helps to get that kind of pendulum motion to get it up in the air and down, and that ensures that not a lot of line is actually coming off of your reel when you're doing that. When you're also doing that, you want to make sure that you don't engage your reel right away, because you might need a little bit more slack in the line for the weight to pull line off the reel. So I continue to work the spots of this mat. As you can see, I started at that one point, moved to the inside a little bit, and now I'm methodically making my way back around. Another thing I'll point out here is that weight selection. I needed a 2-ounce weight to get through this stuff. Nothing else was going to cut it. So another thing going on during this time is I'm actually pretty frustrated. I've been fishing all day, hadn't caught a fish yet, guys. I expected to catch at least a limit on this side, so I'm a little wore out. I'm a little tired, but I'm still trying to pick this apart. And what drew me to this mat is kind of the things you should definitely look for. You've got vertical structure on a hyacinth mat. Hyacinth mats retain a lot of heat due to the nature of the plant. And so now that I've worked that outer edge, I know I can move forward without risking the potential fish that could have been in the outer edge there. And as you'll see, I don't even put my stakeout pole down. It's a Worcester Sherlock paint pole, and it'll slide down, it'll telescope there and all the way down. But I didn't do that because I'm frustrated, and I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna throw in the middle of this mat here, and sure enough, I get bit. I get bit in the hottest zone of the mat, which is generally the center of the mat. That's where the bigger fish lie. That's where you have, the most dominant fish is going to be there, because they want the biggest and best cover. It's also good because this is a pre-spawn. It's not, and because it's not quite the spawn yet during this. It's February. The water temperature is about 72 degrees, and they haven't started spawning yet. So you got a lot of males definitely looking for a place to spawn, and they like that vertical structure with some roof over their head. So if you like this, guys, please subscribe, please like and comment, and y'all have a good one.